Mickey here really wants to be in this video, so let's talk about the box office. Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon going over the box office predictions for the 14th to the 16th of July and talk about how it did last week. So let's just say last week was a shock to the system for the box office, and I think this weekend could also be a big ass shock. So this is gonna be a very interesting one because even though Mission Impossible is really the only big movie to come out this weekend, it comes out on a Wednesday. So it's gonna be very hard for me to think what the Friday, Saturday, Sunday totals are gonna be when this comes out on a Wednesday, and I won't know the box office for Wednesday until Thursday. But like I said, let's talk about what happened last weekend. And like I said, I got majority of it right with Gold Derby, but let's really talk about it. So number 5 was actually Spider-Man with 8 million. This is where I screwed up. I thought Joyride was going to have a decent showing. It did not. I was thinking Joyride was going to be number 4 with 12 million. It kind of bombed with 5.8 million. I think this had a $32 million budget, so this is going to lose money for Lionsgate as a whole. Number 4 was actually Elemental with 10 million. That had a less than 20% drop, so people are saying Elemental is finally, having a good time at the box office. I think it just cracked 200 million on a $200 million budget with a lot of marketing. It's going to be hard to get even. Oh, geez, Mickey, you just love being pet right now. So I was 2 million off, no bueno. Joyride, really off. Number 3, I was thinking it was going to be Sound of Freedom, and I was right. I was thinking 15.5. It did 19.6. That is absolutely bonkers for a 14.5 million movie with no marketing whatsoever. Yeah, you have a little bit like they're on Steve Bannon's War Room, but you ain't seen this on major organizations. And you have like Grace Randall, like saying it's a right-wing conspiracy movie. She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. Anyway, number 2 was Indiana Jones, like I predicted. I was thinking it was going to do 22 million. It did 27.4. I was still 5 million off, but according to Gold Derby, I'm one of the few people that put Insidious the Red Door at number 1. I was thinking 27.5. It was actually 33 million. Absolutely freaking bonkers. Jason Blum knows exactly what he's doing when it deals with horror movies. However, this next weekend, I truly don't know what to put, guys. I am baffled because I looked at Mondays. Monday, today is, so Monday the 11th. Sound of Freedom was number 1 for the day Monday with 4 million. I think Indiana Jones had 3.2 million, and I think Insidious had 3.5. And that's got to make you think, because then we'll get Sunday's box office. Sound of Freedom did better than Insidious. The reason why Insidious was number 1 because the Thursdays and Fridays showing. So this is what I think is going to happen this weekend, and it all matters of if Sound of Freedom is going to stay in theaters or not. And like I said, I'm filming this on a Tuesday night, so if you see me pin a comment, you'll know if I really screw up. Number 5, I'm sticking with Elemental with 7.7 million. There's no other cartoon out, and why would I expect it to have a steep drop? So Elemental will stay in the top 5 with 7.7. Number 4, I'm going with Indiana Jones with 12 million. I'm thinking with Mission Impossible, this sucker fish is going to drop hard. When you look at the Monday, it dropped 67% compared to the other movies, which maybe dropped. Sound of Freedom was like 40%, and Cities was like 52%. Indiana Jones was in the 60s, so that's why I think it's going to have an even harder drop with Mission Impossible. Number 3, I'm going with Insidious with 13.2. I'm thinking it's going to have a decent drop. I mean, I say that, but Boogeyman had a 50% drop as well. So, I mean, if I go 50% drop or 52% drop, that's in the 17 million. But then I just got to think of what I'm putting at number 2. And what I'm putting at number 2 is Sound of Freedom. I'm looking at the daily box office. I'm looking at the box office on the Sunday. I'm looking at the box office on the Monday. Sound of Freedom did better for both of those days. And I've looked during the week. Sound of Freedom is still sold out in a lot of theaters near me throughout the week. That's why I have to go with Sound of Freedom at number 2 with 13.9. Think I'm more confident with the order than I am with my numbers. But I could be completely wrong with Sound of Freedom and Insidious. Those are the ones where it could flip-flop, but I have better odds with Insidious being 3 and 2 being Sound of Freedom on Gold Derby, so I got to be a little bit ballsy. Of course, number 1, I'm going Mission Impossible, and for the 3 days, I'm going with 75.5. I know a lot of people are thinking it's only going to hit 90 million for the 5-day. I disagree. I think it's easily going to hit 100 million, bar none. So let's do a quick recap. Number 5, Elemental 7.7. Number 4, Indiana Jones 12 million. Number 3, Insidious the Red Door 13.2. Number 2, Sound of Freedom 13.9. And number 1, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 75.5. Am I right, wrong? Let me know. Chase Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things Bhutan-topia. Bhutan, think watch a great day. What is that? 33 divided by 2. It's about 16 and a half. I just think Insidious is not. Will it drop more than 50? I think it's more than 50, but will it drop more than 60? Now that is the question.